start with the fact that under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, things are changing. I would start with the labor force participation rate, the female participation rate, which was 23.3 in the year 2017-18. Today, as per the PLFS of 23-24, the female labor force participation rate has gone up to 41.7%. About doubled. My colleagues over here, Dr. Thakur, Dr. Rehan, both of them talked about like the essential requirement, electricity becoming the essential requirement. Actually, electricity is, and also I would say today in the modern world, the data, the internet connectivity, I think these have become the, what we say, we get restless. As soon as I check like my mobile is out of the silver network, I find it very difficult to go. So, but in the entire gamut, if we talk about the energy transition, when the discussion of climate starts, the first culprit is the energy. And the only recipe we have by dealing with energy, I think there are twin strategies. One is consume less, that means bring in energy efficiencies. That is what we call in the global parlance of discussion as a doubling. And doubling the improvement of energy efficiency rate. And second is the renewable energy, basically. That is what we call as a tripling in the global jargon. So whenever we meet like with our counterparts, we discuss only tripling and doubling. So in the energy transition business. And what we need to do is actually continue to electrify our economy. Right now, if you see like our overall energy consumption, 22% is electricity as a primary fuel. 78% is coming from fossils, whether it is oil and gas or coal. What we need to do is to electrify our economy. That essentially means take the share of electricity from 22% to 40%. That is the target for the year 2047.
One of the role models is sitting here, the DG and CBI. In this direction, I think this is a very important program. One aspect of the program is international exchange and collaboration. So this global warming is a shared problem. It is the shared goal of humanity. We say that we have to address this challenge. So because as we used to say during COVID that nobody is safe until everybody is safe, the same is true in this case also. So this is also a very important aspect which I would like to highlight. And I feel that NPTI and Ministry of Power are so fortunate that they have got such a good leadership in Secretary Sir, that and this is as DG NPTI has mentioned, these are very crucial times for our power sector because the way we are expanding as well as diversifying as well as setting new directions to it. So we needed such leadership, such guidance, and they are really fortunate, and we are also getting that benefit in National Institute of Solar Energy. So I thank you, sir. So with this, I thank all the organizers for organizing this program, and I'm sure the results of the program will be in line with the objectives. And if anything we can contribute as institute, we'll be very happy in terms of exposure to solar energy or any related concepts.
So this program is a 3-day program which in the country capsule we have defined. So they will be visiting Dadri NTPC the entire one day tomorrow, and then in the BSES the entire day, where they have been exposed to the battery units, SCADA, and interaction with BSES. So this 3 days is a full of action, and I really want that you are meeting all 34 women first time physically, so make friendship. And the entire objective is, as mentioned by Mandakini, is to give the networking opportunity. And I really would like to mention that the SAR 1.0 group, which comprises 101 women and the experts, they are interacting so well. Whenever there is a problem in Bangladesh, they will ask that what you are doing in India for system operator training, how you are handling this, and sometimes they will refer some papers also, that this is the paper everyone should read, which is talk about the market mechanism or trade development, and then everyone will give their suggestions. So this way the networking is very, very strong, and again this time 110 people, the networking will become very strong, and this will help the entire South Asia in the energy sector. And so important for India, because the way we have developed 470 gigawatt capacity in the past 75 years, we really want to double this in the next coming 15 to 20 years. So whatever we have achieved in 75 years, we need to achieve in the coming 15 to 20 years. So such a dynamic and important sector, and we all know without electricity nothing is possible. तो पुराने जमाने में हम एक कहावत कहा करते थे, सॉरी एमिली, आई विल ट्रांसलेट यू, कि बिन पानी सब सुन. अब हमने इस कहावत को बदल दिया है, हम कहते हैं बिन बिजली सब सुन, क्योंकि बिजली नहीं होगी तो पानी भी नहीं आएगा. So, and the way the sector is growing under the leadership of Pankaj Agrawal sir, it's I just want to thank sir for coming and giving time for motivating all the women. Thank you so much. Welcome you all on behalf of V-Power as well as NPTI. Thank you.
In all of these initiatives, the V-Power and national chapters and partners, I think, have played a very important role, and I'm delighted that the chair of the India chapter, Dr. Tripta Thakur, is the first director of the NPTI. So congratulations to you, and more power to V-Power. So I'm going to end by suggesting for, I mean, you're all practitioners, but I'll just end by saying that there are 4 priority actions which our experience of implementing gender programs, especially in gender blind areas, are useful. So as you go forward today, perhaps you could think about these. I think first is that when we talk about women, whether it is in STEM, whether we look at a workforce, what we need is to build a shared understanding of what is a sustainable green workforce in which both men and women can benefit equally. And for this, what we really require is a whole of government approach. It is not the responsibility of one department, one individual. It's a whole of government, whole of society approach. And I think that's the way we all work on it together. You represent different agencies. I am delighted that the Secretary Power took the time out to come here. This shows that we all have to work together. We have to understand what we are working towards, and then as a whole of government work towards it.
Given I am speaking to the Indian chapter, first I'd like to talk about Australia's relationship with India, which over the last 10 to 15 years has really ramped up. My High Commissioner, His Excellency Philip Green, talks about 3 key drivers in the Australia-India bilateral relationship. Firstly, necessity. We live in a challenging and uncertain time with increased competition. As partners, India and Australia need to work together to be strategically aligned to preserve an open, prosperous and stable region. Secondly, opportunity through economic complementarity. When it comes to our economies, our resources and our skills, we are a match, a natural fit. And number 3, affinity. My High Commissioner refers to the human bridge. There are almost 1 million people of Indian origin in Australia, and our countries have strong people-to-people ties. People-to-people ties are critical. It allows us to build mutual understanding and work together cooperatively. And I know it's a key part of the SAR 100 program, the networking and creating linkages across the region. So let me now turn to why we're here today. It would be worthwhile to take a moment to step back and reflect on the journey. It started with a deep desire to train, upskill and re-energise women engineers in the fast transitioning energy sector of South Asia. SAR 100 training series was conceived as a collaborative regional effort to build gender diversity in the energy and power sector across the South Asia region. It is funded by the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade through something we call SARIC, South Asia Regional Infrastructure Connectivity Program.
A big thank you to all distinguished guests, speakers, participants for taking time to be part of this initiative. Your presence reaffirms the importance of networking, knowledge sharing, collective action in addressing the challenges and opportunities in the power sector. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the hard work of the organizing team and everyone behind the scenes who have made this event possible. Your dedication is truly appreciated. With that, I once again extend my gratitude to all and look forward to the impactful discussions and collaborations that this network will foster. Thank you so much.